I'm looking to kind of like first and foremost get the script to be in working order. Like I don't even know if the script is like good as it is. So I haven't tested out. I haven't done anything before we kind of get everything like set, and then I'll actually go ahead and start kind of cold calling people and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah.
As I
So
said, some of the ways you can practice it is just try it with somebody else. Just somebody else just randomly just say, I want to try something on you. Tell me what you think about it. Stuff like that. Get 3 or 4 or 5 folks who are already in business and stuff, and just say, I just want to get your opinion. Not trying to sell you anything. I just want to get your opinion on what I'm doing right here, what I say, and what I could do better, and what did you like, what you didn't like. So that's some ways you can kind of cold call your cold call.
oh, okay. So like for real, you mean?
Yeah, like
So
if you
so
know a couple of people who already have a business,
huh,
say, hey, look, I
uh-huh.
just want to run something by you real quick just to see how it sounds. Let me know what you think, and then just tell them, say, if I called you and I was a random
Mm,
person, never met you before, and then go from there, and then let them give you their feedback, and that's what I do. So when you say the same thing, that's how I feel because I am a business owner.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
speak to me, I feel I react like I would react if somebody called me.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. That's interesting. Like so what? Like at the end, if they like it, then basically it's a deal or like
No, no. All you want is feedback from them on your script. So
oh,
that
okay.
way it's no ties, there's no things to make the person feel any kind of way like they're obligated
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You're just wanting
Yeah,
to
yeah,
run
yeah.
the script by them and see how what they like, what they didn't like, and
Mhm.
what how do they feel? Because as it's really basically about how you make them feel with it. And so
Yeah.
when you get their feedback, you can adjust from there. So, like you see, for me, I'm a more conversational type person,
Mm.
but once again, that might not work as great with a technical person. But as a salesman, I got to catch that in the call as
Yeah.
soon as I'm
Exactly.
possible, you know?
E- Exactly. Like I'm the same way. Like if it makes sense, I'll invest or I'll do anything like that. If it doesn't, like it doesn't matter my feelings. It's like
Right.
I'm a very technical person too. So let me just kind of what was my questions to you? It was basically yeah, the so we did the intro.
Mhm.
I don't know if you I don't think you gave me any feedback on the last one, but let me kind of share the script again or the intro that I changed. Let me see here if there's a chat
Okay,
function
so
here.
I was looking through, I don't, you didn't introduce, I was looking through your website. Did you know that you're not ranked number one? As I said, for the number two part, you still want to, so it's you first, then the person, then trying to identify the problem. So you want to say, um, I just wanted to make sure I called and I saw you were this. Is that correct? Or
Yeah,
you're in charge of this for your company. Is that correct? So at that point, now you make sure you got the right person. Now you can go into the identifying that problem for them.
exactly. So I think I sent you or it's about to or sending or something. I don't know. Testing. Hmm. There we go. Or oh no. Can you see the script that I sent you on the messenger? Or no? Like I literally just send you the after testing. So first the script and then I say testing.
Yeah, it's not showing here. It'll show on my
Oh,
laptop though.
that's weird.
Somehow my phone just is like lag on getting messages from folks.
Oh, okay.
Let me look on the. Just move this. Minimize. You cannot be recorded. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing it. It's not showing it on Facebook either.
Yeah, because it's not even. It's sending. It says sending, but it's not doing anything like more than that. That's weird. Okay, so basically, I did. Let me see here. Jones. Says, let me just
I'll
screen
take
share
it.
that.
Just kind of run through it, and we can make adjustments as we move.
Exactly. Let me just screen share. Oh, you disabled screen sharing.
Oh, sorry, I gotta enable it. There you go. All right, you should be able to do it now.
Perfect. Just screen share. Stop one. So you basically have that one. So gatekeeper, okay, and then decision maker is basically, hey, this is just Thomas. Are you the person in charge of customer acquisitions? Yes. Okay, cool. So reason I called is because we're looking through, your website and Google, whatever niche keyword, and notice that you're not ranked at the top of the search engines for any of them. Most niche businesses, or like this is how you told me, or how I
Right,
kind
and
of
right there, I
imagined.
would add that would be a question. Did you know that?
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, that starts the conversation. Otherwise, it becomes a big spiel of words.
Okay. Cool. So, and then most whatever contracting businesses that I talk to, or on average losing about 30 or 40K per customer to their competitors because of that. Is this something that you would want to possibly look into fixing now, or is that like, is this good?
I think is this something that you guys I'd say fixing working on is kind of the same thing. Is this something you guys working on right now, or something? I would give them right there. I would give them the option, because once again, otherwise it won't make sense. Is this something that you guys are looking at fixing right now, or is it something you're not even looking into it right now? It's not causing a problem for you, because that's where right there you've identified the problem. Now you want to ask them if they want to fix the problem. So you can give them that option right there, because
Yeah, and this is why the word possibly is there for, basically, right? So is there something you would want to possibly look into fixing now, or so the possibly is like, I'm not forcing them to, it's like I'm not assuming anything,
yeah,
right?
but you're assuming that they're not working on it.
Hmm.
That's the issue. Because see, if you say, is this something that you're working on right now, or you haven't even thought about it? Now they might be like, yeah, we talked to this company, we did this. See now how the conversation goes. If you say, is this something you want to possibly look into fixing now? Now you're saying, do you want to work with me? And that's where you don't want to go there yet. You want to see
Exactly.
where they are.
Exactly.
Because if they go, well, yeah, we tried ABC company. Yeah, we noticed that last month, and we're trying ABC company, but they did this and this, and then nothing ever happened. You see now how you bring that, you keep that conversation going instead of now giving them an ultimatum. Because that's basically when you say it like that. Is this something you're looking to possibly fix now or later? That's kind of an ultimatum right there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of giving them
I
that.
see. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So is this something you're currently working on right now, or you guys haven't even looked at that, haven't even noticed it? He might go, yeah, we never really noticed it. Now you can go back into reaffirming the pain. Yeah, I know a lot of guys we talked to, they hadn't even looked at it either. But when we actually got to work with them, they increase this and da 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 da. Now, is that something that now you can go? Now, is that something that would be, helpful to you guys, or something that you guys will now you can ask that, because now you see where you've seen where they are. Now you go into what you can do and say, now is this, well, we've worked with folks and this happened, da da da. Is that something that would be of interest to you guys right now?
Hmm. Let's see if you would open some insights on why you might be losing upwards that you shouldn't be. Exactly. So is this something that you're kind of looking into fixing now or later? Okay, later. Well, good luck with that. Or now is like, or it's like, who's this? That's probably what's gonna happen, right? So
Well, that's
if
how
I'm
the introduction is important of you. So I'm such and such, and we work with companies, da 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 da. Is this such and such? Are you in charge of this? Yes. Okay. Well, we were looking at your da 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 da. Did you know that? No, I didn't know that. Well, a lot of people, companies we talk to that are having this same type of issue, they have this issue. Is that something you guys are working on now, or you hadn't even started messing with that at all? No, we really didn't even look at it. Oh, you see, that's the same thing that the last guy we talked to, and we actually worked with them, and this was the results we were able to do. Now, is that something that would be of interest to your company, or are you guys okay?
hmm.
You see how
Because
it's a conversation.
yeah, I do. Um, the question I'm thinking about, like, because I do want to keep it a little bit ambiguous at first for them to kind of like still be with me, right? Like a little bit of a kind of a mind hack or something, so they don't, like put the phone down or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like buying myself a couple of seconds, right? So instead of saying, hey, this is Thomas from XYZ SEO company, that like they probably heard that before, right? So instead of just like coming in like everybody else saying, hey, this is, XYZ from XYZ company, they're like, it's already dead right there. Like for 90% of the conversations, like, oh, SEO, yeah, we got that.
Okay.
What do you think? Like I'm
I think it's something that you can try, but
mm,
if you're going to get the question later, see what happens is if you get that question later on in your statements,
mhm,
all the stuff you said before doesn't make a difference, because now it's like, oh shit. See, if you hit them at first, then once again, what you're doing is giving them the option. What you don't want to, what I think, I don't like to surprise people and go all just like, remember I
mhm,
told you the guy goes, hey, is this Jill? No, it's not Jill. And he goes, oh, well, maybe you can help me. I'm such a, see, that's a surprise. It's cool how he did it, but it's still a surprise to me. And
mhm,
now I feel kind of duped. It's like, well, shit, I didn't want to talk to you. So what I like to do is the people who don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want to waste
mhm.
my time talking to somebody who don't want to talk to me. So if I say,
I
hey,
get your point.
I'm
Yeah.
John with Boss Consulting. Boss Consulting, is this such and such? Are you in charge of this? Yeah. Okay. Well, we were doing it. See, you can just introduce your company. You don't have to really say so much of what you do, but
Mhm,
when you say it a little bit, at least it'll be more professional right then, and they can go, okay, this is a call for something to do with business. They're trying to sell me something, and at that
mhm,
point, you can walk them through the conversation. And as I say, if your conversation is strong enough, you could get to your pitch before they just decide. And
yeah.
as especially if you've not been able to get a hold of the person before and you've left a message and sent an email, now you're
Mm,
already good because now they already know who you are. And so if you've gone further than the introduction, now you're at a higher percentage of getting to the close of setting up the next appointment. But if you surprise them, hey, this Thomas, we were looking at it, gonna be like, well, why were you looking at my website? You know, what is that? You know, it becomes as more of a surprise to them. And now all the other stuff that you've said before is kind of out the window, but it's not as important because they were wondering who the hell you were from the beginning of the call.
Exactly. I get your point. Um, mhm. Yeah, it's going to be kind of like 50-50 on that one, right? Like if they want to hear what you have to say, they'll be open, you know, they'll give you that space, but if not, then no. So I mean, shit, yeah. I think we're like a few people are on the left side of the camp and a few people are on the right side of the camp
And
with that
it's all
issue,
about
with that
testing.
question, right?
That's the reason why I said just work with some
Yeah,
people and
yeah,
ask them to just feedback from them. You can ask even
yeah.
regular people because regular people
Uh,
get these calls too, just not business owners.
mm,
So you can get a regular person to listen to you up until whatever and get that feedback. It'll be the same reaction almost as a business owner.
mhm. Okay, got it.
So like I said, you can well, I like to identify myself, just like we were doing cold call for Kel and Taylor and those guys. We said, hey, this is John with Kel and Taylor's da da da. Now we went into the next part. So we identified ourselves, the company first. Now you can say what your company, as I said, in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
identifying the problem, what your company does. Well, we noticed that most da 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 da, and now we did it, you know, but you still identified yourself professionally at first. Because if they're
Yeah.
wondering who the fuck is that? Who the hell is Thomas? I don't know who
Hmm.
Thomas is. And
Yeah, I do get your point. Um, yeah, I'll have to kind of try both
yeah,
of the
that's it.
approaches.
Just
Yeah,
try
yeah,
it out, see how it looks. But the
exactly.
main thing I love is being more conversational with it, getting the response and giving them the opt out.
Mm,
Because as I said, no today doesn't mean no tomorrow, but a pushed hell no is definitely a hell no tomorrow.
mm,
Because if you go
yeah.
and they hang up on your ass, okay, that meant that it wasn't a conversation. They immediately said, "Oh, this dude's trying to sell me something quick."
Mm,
So you wanna kill that. So if you're getting a lot of hangups, that means that second part of identifying them and then going into the pain is a issue. So you're not getting the conversation started at that point. That's what
yeah.
hangups mean. Hangups mean, oh, this is a sales call. Click.
Mm, exactly. And this is why I like you know, like the guy Jeremy Miner's stuff, because like it's not trying to be sneaky in some way. The thing is like the NEPQ is not like specifically geared towards cold calling. It is a little bit, but not a lot. It's mostly like inbound calls, right? Like scheduled appointments.
Right.
So I'm trying to kind of like, because I do have like the questions and all that, like, so beside like if they're like, and how long have you been doing it this way? Well, I've been doing it, you know, blah blah blah, XYZ years. Okay. So what is your primary source for generating leads or, you know, acquiring
That's
new
in that
customers?
second appointment, right? That's in the second call.
um I mean, that's like situational questions, basically like, okay, what's happening right now in the company? Like what's the thing? You know, what's the status of, you know, your business,
Right. And see
right? So
that would be where you in the initial call where you would go, is this something you're working on right now? Or you hadn't even thought about it. They go, no, nothing right now. Now you can ask maybe one or two more questions in that line just to get their eyes open to the problem, but you don't want to go too deep into what they're gonna need to happen. Basically, you want to really be able to go from, oh yeah, this is an issue for me, to, well, it sounds like, well, we've worked with other companies and helped them to do da 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 da. Now that's your pitch. Is this something that you guys will be a benefit to your company right now? Because if you go into all those questions, that's in the closing call. I mean, yeah, the closing really, when you're going real deep into what have they been doing, what's the results.
Yeah, this is like just to see, like just the initial kind of like probing, what's it like, getting the situation right, like just on the surface level, and then you have basically like problem awareness questions. But I don't really kind of see how I'm connecting that. Like, okay, if they have a business, of course, like this is not even an option. But so I'm asking, like, okay, so this is like after, okay, I was calling to see if you would be open to some insights on why you might be losing upwards like 35K per customer revenue that you shouldn't be, right? Um, so let me see, because most contracting business that I talk to are on average losing about 34K per customer to their competitors because of that. Is this something that you're currently looking into fixing now or later?
I'm
What? Huh?
So I'm not worrying about it right now.
What do you mean?
I'm answering the question.
Oh, okay. So, so you're not worrying about that right now. Oh, okay, that's cool. Just before I kind of hang up, like, how, just out of curiosity, like, what is the most, like, what's the main way that you're getting new customers from?
Nope.
No?
Nope. See, at that point, that's when you go, okay, great. I appreciate it. I'm going to send you some information, actually, the breakdown that we had. See, this is the thing. When you make this call, your goal is to get to the next step. It's not to set, it's not technically to make the appointment or to send an email. It's to go to the next step. You want to get to the next step. The next step will be either setting the appointment or sending them an email and setting them up for another call later. What happens is when you do that, what you're about to do, that's when you get a hell no. And then that person don't want to look at nothing that you send them, and they don't want to talk to you again because now you're being like this. Just let it go. That's why I give a lot of outs, because I know, once again, no means no today. It doesn't mean no forever. So my immediate mindset is very free. That's why I don't mind sales calls, because I ain't got no pressure about shit. All I'm trying to do is get to the next step. If you say no, no problem. I'm gonna send you our evaluation and contact information. If you have any questions, please get back to me. Awesome talking to you today. Thank you so much for your time. Boom, gone. Get away, get out, go to the next call. But when you go into, well, I just want to make sure that, now you start getting pushy, and now once again that no turns into hell no. That's why you give them so many outs. That's why if you hear anybody say, I hate people calling me for sales, it's because of that type of thing. That's why my people I could talk to, I've sold people 6 months later down the road, because I put them into the cycle. My next step. Okay, they said no here today. I put them on a 30-day window to call. Send them 2 emails every 2 weeks. I send them a new email about some different information. Call, I got to a voicemail. Okay, what's the step now? Leave them a quick message. I'm going to send you some stuff, and I'm going to give you a call back later. Go to the next step. When am I going to call them again? Schedule the next time I'm going to call them. It's a process. It's not today. So take it completely out of today. It's a process. So if they move completely to go in the set an appointment, awesome. If they don't, awesome, because they're still in the process. They're still in the system. So that is the whole reason why CRM were created, not for today, but for a management of this whole process. So give them a lot of outs. Don't be pushy into it, and just put them into the system. Put them into the process. And when they're ready, I mean, like I said, you might call somebody and they were just looking at that. That's why I like that question. Is this something that you're working on now? Or had you not even, thought about it? Because see, if you say, yeah, we're working on it right now, we're doing such and such. Let's say they say, we're using a competitor company. Yeah, we got such and such working right now. Oh, great. Yeah, I've heard about them. Some of the other guys we work with used them before, and they said that some of the systems were comparable and some not. What I'll do for you is go ahead and send you some information about what we saw and what we can do. And that way, if things don't work out with them, we'll still be there and ready to help you. How would that sound? Awesome. I'm gonna send you that email, and I'll get back to you in about a month. You see how we're good. Everything's awesome. I left them on a good note, went to the next step, and now we're good to go. But like I said, you don't want to get on that blacklist where shit, oh man, I'm gonna block these emails and I'm not answering calls from this person.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. Um,
Is this something that you're working on, or you're currently working on, or have you not even looked at it at all? Or, as I say, I'm more conversational with it because it's just in my brain to be that way. But that way now, as I said, like if I'm talking to you, Thomas, we work with different students to help them grow their business. And we notice a lot of people don't have a complete marketing triad. We have a triad thing where you get leads, you do the presentation, and then you do the follow-up. Now, is that something that you guys have right now, or you hadn't even thought about that? You see how now I'm giving you that out. You might say, yeah, I already got those things. Well, awesome, man. What I'm going to do is send you some information I saw about your company and some things I could help you with possibly. And if in the future, this is something that you want to look at, I'll be awesome, willing to talk to you, and we can chat later. Would that be cool? Awesome. All right, man. Well, I'll send you that email right now, and I'll talk to you another time. Next call.
So, okay. So the email is, what's the email? Just like a comparison of us, or just like what's that gonna
Okay, so here's a sequence. Your first call and your first email, if you get answer machine, your call tells them an initial glimpse. Hey, this is Paul with such and such. We saw your company ranked 5th on Google search. I got some information that could possibly help you. I'd love to chat with you about it. My number is I'm gonna call you back here, and I'm also gonna send you an email with that information. So I'll talk to you soon. Then that email says the same thing. Hey, we noticed goddamn, this time always kicking. We noticed here's our analysis. If you're ready to give a little chat, click this link to set your appointment. That's your first one. Second email, second call. Hey, Paul, this is John again. I called you a couple of weeks ago, wondering, did you see that report? I'd love to chat with you to see how we can help you to do such and such. Give me a call, Also gonna send you an email with some other things we found that's pretty interesting to help you guys out. Boom. Second email is now, hey, this is John again. Just seeing if you saw this report. If not, here it is again. I'd love to chat with you, see how we can help you to do whatever. Click this link to book your appointment. And you do that 3 times. You got 3, well, we usually do 5, but 3 to 5 times, those are the contact times. 3 to 5 times. If at that point that person doesn't respond or you can't get a hold of them, you put them on the cold list, and now you're gonna call that person back in another month. But within that first week, those are the contacts. You gotta hit that sucker 3 to 5 times within that week. After that, they go into the call again later list. Yeah. And you just keep them on that sequence. Keep them on that sequence. That's why I say I love when I get an answer machine, because now I can start them on the sequence. Because next time I actually get you, you're obligated to me. Because when I say, hey, did you get my email? And you go, no, I didn't. See, I had some great stuff in there. What we saw with your company, we were looking at and we saw this. Did you know that? Then you go back into the same thing. But now they're obligated because you put time into calling them and sending them emails, and they didn't even take a look at it. Or they might go, yeah, I did see your email, and right now we're working with such and such, and we got that under control. No problem, Paul. Appreciate you so much. And I just wanted to make sure that you did get that email, because we definitely don't want you to be losing out on any type of money. What I'll do is check with you back in about a month to see how things are still going, and if we have any if we can help you out in any way, please give me a call and I'd love to chat with you. That'd be cool? Sure. All right, Paul, talk to you later. Now you put them on the same thing. Call them back in a month.
Yeah. I
So,
understand.
yeah, it's just
Exactly. Cool. So, okay, let's say that we're chatting then. So, yeah, I was just calling to see if you would be open to, some insights on why you might be losing upwards, of 35K per customer in revenue that you shouldn't be.
Where'd you get that number?
So that's well, this is the basic, like between 8 to 34, like I said here, right? So the cost of the bathroom is between 3 to 20K, alternatively like 25 plus K, right? So let's say
what I'm saying is we're talking now. I'm asking you, well, how did you get that number that I'm losing $34,000 per customer?
Oh yeah, that's like the industry average,
That's what
basically.
you say. See, right? I want you to say it because that's what you have to say. See, if you say that first, it cuts out me having questions. The industry average, people are losing this much. See, now I don't have a question. That's the industry average. But if you say people are losing $34,000 per customer, well, shit, I'm not losing $34,000 per customer. Where'd you get that number from? But if you say, on average, the industry average loss per customer that we've noticed is da 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 da. Okay, now I can't argue with that, or I understand what you're saying. But talk through it. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you like you've typed it. So most contracting businesses that I've talked to are on average in the industry average losing about $34,000 per customer to their competitors because of this. Now, is that something that you guys are working on right now, or you haven't even thought about it? Answer. You got to answer.
Yeah, I'm typing. So yeah, for me, it's like if I'm doing this, because it has to make logical sense, right? Like even in the conversation, it has to make logical sense,
right?
To be saying, what words we're kind of like scribbling down here.
Right.
So most marketing businesses that I talk to are on industry average losing about like 34K per customer to their competitors because of that.
Right. Is this something that you're currently working on, or you hadn't even really thought about
it? Exactly.
Right. Yeah. See what I want to do is talk with you.
Yeah.
That way I can tell you the flow. Because there it goes. Well, I was calling to see if you would be open now, and I want you to feel this, not just hear it. That's the difference. You have to feel how this feels to you. If I go, well, I was calling to see if you would be open to some insights on why you would be losing that money per customer revenue that you shouldn't be. How does that feel to you? If I say that to you, I was calling to see if you'd be open to some insights on why you might be losing upwards of $34,000 per customer in revenue that you shouldn't be.
I would be intrigued. Like, okay, so how am I doing that? I would say.
How are you doing? Right?
So I might say to you, or I would say to you, if you said that to me, like, okay, so how am I losing 34K per customer?
Yes, and see, this is why you want to do this. And I said, well, that's the industry average. And now you would have to explain it because you brought it up.
But I brought it up like
twice.
Exactly. So this is good. Like I should keep this one, right? 2.2.
This one. So that one's not too bad. But when you bring it up again, just like you said, now it becomes a question. Well, how the hell am I losing that? And that's why I like a shorter version of, well, is this something that you guys will be, if my company, that's why I would go into my company. My company has worked with such and such, and they're able to do da 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 da. Is this something that will be of interest to your company? Is this something that'll be of interest to you? Is this something that would help you guys out? However you phrase it. But now you can see what you're doing is re-identifying the pain again at the end. You've already told them what's the problem. And if you ask that second question, is this something you're working on or you haven't even thought about it? Now you know exactly where they're going from there. If they go, no, I haven't even thought about it. Now you can be slicker with that last part.
So basically what you're saying is delete this one.
Not so much delete it, but you have to maneuver it better. It just have to be quicker into getting them to make a decision. Because if they go, so from that question, is this something you're currently working on or you haven't even thought about? That's the key question right there. What you say after that will vary. So first one is, no, I hadn't even looked at that. So now if I say I hadn't even thought about that, now you go into something like, I can understand that. A lot of people don't really, a lot of our previous customers hadn't even thought of it either, but we were able to do da 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 da. Would that be helpful to your company? If they goes, no, I hadn't even thought about it. Or he goes, yeah, we're working on it right now. Awesome. How's that going? See, now you're almost into those, some of the questions you had at the bottom, but just slightly. How's that going? Oh, we're doing this. Awesome. Sounds like you're on the right track. Some of the companies we work with, we've helped them to do that. Would that be of interest to you? Oh, we'll keep the company we're working with right now. No problem, Bob. I'm going to go ahead and send you an email with the stuff we looked at. And then, back again, you're putting them on the cycle. So what we'll do right here, let's just go ahead and stop and go back into the same room again, and I'll start recording again. Okay.
Cool.
Right now we're doing pretty good.
All right.